Hi Aquarius, welcome back to my channel, Karma Fox. I am doing your weekly reading for January. I hope you are well. I am going to take a second to remind everybody that this is a general reading. It may not resonate with every Aquarius out there, so guys, take what resonates for you, leave the rest for someone else. Keep in mind that the energies can reverse. So if it is resonating, Aquarius, get in where you fit in, but as always, don't try to force something any kind of reading that is not for you. All right, Spirit, can I have the energy of the sign of Aquarius? Aquarius. All right, Aquarius, you are starting out with the Emperor in the reverse. You have the Moon and you have the Four of Pentacles. All right, so there's some situation here that may have kind of spun out of control. Some of you could be dealing with a deep soulmate partner, but there's something about it spinning out of control. You don't know quite what to do, and so you go in to try to control the situation, but there's a lot of unknowns. There's a lot of things that are unknown, and it could be that something here is appearing to be much bigger than what it actually is. So I do feel like there is someone here that you're kind of defensive with, but yet still holding on to them. It's almost this energy of, this is out of control. I can't control it. It's not what it appears. There's too much I don't know. So I'm just going to sit back and I'm going to guard my position here. I'm not going to move. I'm just going to stay right where I'm at and guard my position. So let me see who's in your energy, Aquarius. Show me who is in Aquarius energy. All right. So the person in your energy, we have the Hangman. You could be dealing with the Pisces. We have the Devil, sign of Capricorn. And we have the Two of Cups, Gemini. So this person is very, very attracted to you. In fact, they actually feel like you are a soulmate. I do feel like this person does love you. They're very tempted. There's a strong, deep attraction, but for some reason, they're kind of waiting. It's self-imposed. For some reason, they're not moving towards you. Let me see the energy between Aquarius and this person. I mean, they almost obsess about you, Aquarius. So neither of you are investing. Seven of Pentacles in the reverse. Yeah, neither of you are investing. I feel like you're kind of impatient for this person to come in and take control of the situation. It's like you feel that it's not your job to do that it's their job. And so you're not going to do their job for them, basically. So you're kind of pulled back, waiting to see what they're going to do. They're over here in this self-imposed waiting to see what you're going to do. You're feeling like you have no idea what's going on. And they're over here feeling very tempted. So what's affecting the connection? Three of Swords in the reverse. So there's been heartbreak between the two of you. And I feel like, Aquarius, you actually went through a very dark time. But this person, they feel drawn to you. They are unable to completely stay away from you. Now, I do feel like they want to come in and repair the damage that's been done here. And I don't think you're going to see them coming. So you probably have no clue that this person is thinking about you as deep and as hard as they are. Show me the outcome. Show me the outcome for Aquarius. Seven of Wands reversed. That's an end to conflict. Yeah, that's coming out of conflict. But it also tells me, Aquarius, that you're over here just trying to preserve what you have left. And I do feel like, you know, there's a little bit of powerlessness in this. You've gone through such a dark period. Meanwhile, this person is sitting over here and they're in love with you. And I feel like they want to resolve conflicts that have occurred between the two of you. I don't see them making a move, though. Bottom of the deck is the Empress. You could be dealing with a Libra or a Taurus, but that is a sign of growth. It's something that's trying to grow, something that's trying to emerge from this situation. All right, so let's clarify. Spirit, why? And it also indicates to me, while I'm at it before we move forward, it indicates to me, because you have the Emperor and the Empress, it does indicate for some of you a twin flame or that deep soulmate connection that I had previously alluded to. However, you're not on the same page with this person. So let me clarify. Spirit, why is the Emperor in reverse? Some of you are dealing with a masculine who is not taking action. The Tower reversed. And the Four of Swords. So yeah, there was a Tower moment. I see that you had a Tower moment. Everything collapsed because it wasn't built on a solid foundation. You want to communicate with this person, but you're not going to chase after them. You're not going to go and do their work for them. I do feel like you do want to communicate, but you also feel like there's no stability here. And if you do talk with this person, if you do, try to attempt anything with them, it would have to be rebuilt on a solid foundation. It's your recognition that this was not built on a solid foundation, and therefore there was no stability. Let me see why the Moon is here. All right, we have the Nine of Swords, we have the Chariot reversed, and we have the Four of Pentacles. Now, you have the Four of Pentacles in the upright here. So, you're stressed about the entire situation. This person could live at a distance from you, or you may have, this could be physical distance, but this could also be emotional distance. You don't know if this person's ever going to move back towards you. Are they ever going to try to, let bygones be bygones? Are they ever going to try to work this out? And so I do feel like both of you are sitting here thinking about each other. You've even lost sleep. You tend to think about this person more at night in particular. And most likely you do dream about this person. But as far as the energy, nothing is moving forward, and you're beginning to feel, well, maybe it's time for me to just heal my broken heart on my own and just let this person go. Why is the Four of Pentacles here? You're still currently holding on to this person, but you're starting to think that maybe you should release them. All right, we have the Eight of Cups, and we have the Nine of Wands. Yeah, you're tired. You're exhausted, Aquarius. You would like to work this out. You would like to, grow from it together. But at this point, you don't trust that this person's ever coming back towards you. And you're basically saying, I don't know if I should let my guard down, even if this person does approach me. And so at this point, I'm exhausted. I don't trust them. I don't know if they're ever going to, come towards me to resolve this conflict. And so maybe I just have to learn on my own and walk away from the situation. So let me look at their energy. Why is the Hangman here for the person in Aquarius energy? Ace of Swords. They want to talk. Look at that. And the Five of Cups. They're very sad. They're looking at everything that they've done. They're looking at the lack of commitment here, the lack of, investment in the relationship. They're looking at the fact that they didn't communicate honestly with you, that they kept you waiting here. They're wondering, do you still have feelings for them? They want to talk to you, but they're not moving towards you. Let me see why the Devil is here. I think this person is in a very dark place right now. Why is the Devil here? Yeah, Four of Wands reversed. And the Eight of Swords reversed. So they may be even appearing to be unbothered, right? I do feel like for some of you, this person has just freed themselves from, if there was third-party energy, this person may have recently freed themselves from another connection. But they're definitely not in a very stable position right now. I do feel like they are very, very attracted to you. They're very drawn towards you. They think about you constantly. But they don't express that. It's almost like they don't want anyone to know that. Why is this person has some toxic behaviors too? So they do need to look at that and address that. Why is this Two of Cups here? All right, we have the World in reverse, Queen of Wands, and the yeah, this person was pretending to be single. They weren't actually single. This person may have tried to bring you in as a third party. They were involved elsewhere. That's why this was toxic. They were involved elsewhere, likely married or in a long-term relationship. It does look like they have freed themselves from that, or they're attempting to, but they're still showing up here as being, you know, they may not be may not be completely out of that at this point. There's unfinished business here. So if they do come back into your energy right now, they're still not ready to provide the commitment and the, you know, building this from the base up. They're just not prepared to do that yet. They would still be in some manner trying to bring you in third-party energy. Now, are they attracted to you? Very. They're very drawn to you. And they don't feel like things are over, and they do feel like you're a soulmate. That being said, this person may have some codependent energy, and it's showing me that they're not completely single just yet. So let me see the energy between Aquarius and this person. You could be dealing with an Aries. Very strong Leo energy is here as well. All right, Nine of Cups reversed. The Sun. And the Seven of Cups reversed. All right, so this person's very selfish. I'm sorry, but that's what I'm seeing. This person sees you as happiness. They're wondering, is it possible you still have feelings for them? I do feel like you're both going to get clarity here. There's neither of you are investing. There's something here that's going to bring in a lot of clarity, but it's not the kind of clarity that either of you want. Because I feel like if this person does contact you, they're going to know that you're rebuilding yourself. You're not going to do their job for them. You're not going to, you know, take over and take charge of everything. And I feel like, you know, you're not even seeing this person as an option right now because they're not properly investing in the connection, and that's just not what you want. So you're getting the clarity. You're getting that clarity through healing, though. They're getting that clarity because they're over here trying to figure out what's going on with you. This person is very selfish, and ultimately what they're wanting, Aquarius, is for you to come to them. So they're going to get some clarity, and I feel like it's not going to be what they want to hear. Yeah. There does look like there's going to be some communication. It's unclear to me if it's with each other or if it's through, you know, talking to some other party. But that there is clarification for both parties that's coming about through communication, but it just doesn't look like you're communicating with one another for some reason. All right, so let me see why the Three of Swords is in reverse. Ace of Wands reversed. Ace of Pentacles reversed. You feel like there's no stability. So you're absolutely not going to move towards this person unless there's stability in the connection. And I feel like there's a lack of stability. You may also be worried that this person could be trying to come towards you because they have some financial issues. And I do see that for some of you, this person does have some financial issues. Now, Ace of Wands is telling me that this person is acting like this ending didn't bother them. They're still very attracted to you, but it's in a very toxic manner, so it's likely highly sexual. And this person may be trying to come in a sexual manner, and you're going to be saying, oh, well, that's not what I'm looking for, and there's no stability here, there's no commitment here. This is, you know, I'm going to have to let you go. I'm going to have to release you because I'm not moving forward with that kind of energy. So let's see your outcome. And they'll act like it doesn't bother them, but it does. That's part of their toxic energy. All right, so we have the Death card in reverse. We have the King of Cups reversed. Pisces is very strong. Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer energy. And then we have the Fool. All right, so what I'm seeing here in your outcome, I do feel that there is a conflict here that is going to end. So if there was conflict between you and this person, there will be an attempt to end that. However, I also feel like it's going to wind up in the long run, leaving both of you feeling rather powerless here. And why? Well, because neither of you feel like this is completely over. However, you're tired of the BS. You're tired of this person in and out of your life, coming forward, walking away. You don't trust them any longer. So ultimately, I feel like your guard is, because you let your guard down in order to kind of see what this person was about, what it is that they wanted. That guard is going right back up. You're going to walk away from this. And I see a new beginning happening for you because you're just tired of trying to resolve things with this person. That being said, there's still some unfinished business here. Now, in their energy, their reaction to this is to pull back all emotion, to pull back and feel somewhat rejected and, you know, to basically become kind of cold, a little distant, a little cold. But ultimately, they weren't coming to you in all honesty either, because they have something over here that is not completed. And so they're coming in this highly sexual energy, and it would still constitute some sort of third party energy, and you're just not having it. You're not having it. You feel like this person is being emotionally manipulative, and I do have to say that I can see where you would feel that way. I don't think that everything is completely over. It looks like you dropped your guard temporarily, but I feel like you're going to be putting that guard right back up. But Aquarius, if you want it, there's something new. I don't know if this Fool is a new beginning with just you, or if this is a new beginning that you will have with somebody else, but you do have a new beginning if you want it. Oh, it's somebody new. Look at that. Bottom of the deck is the Page of Wands. And so whoever this new person is, I do feel like this could grow. If it's nurtured, it could grow. It could become very abundant. So just know, Aquarius, that if you feel that this person here has been manipulating, they've been playing games, you know, they leave and then they come back and try to draw you back in. This person is very toxic. But you do have the opportunity for somebody new to come into your energy if you choose that person. So it's really going to be your choice. I'm going to pull an oracle card and we'll see if there's any further guidance for you. Pulling for Aquarius. All right, Aquarius, you have Cupid. Oh, see, there you go. All right, it says, we send great waves of love into your heart and mind, awakening your love for life itself. Your clear decision to accept and enjoy romance has triggered this awakening. Allow yourself to spontaneously celebrate love in all of its glorious aspects. Well, you just go on with your fine self, Aquarius. I love that for you. I hope that this reading has been helpful. If you have resonated with this, hit that like button. Be sure to subscribe to my channel. Hype the video if you get the opportunity. And until I see you in your next reading, Aquarius, know that you are love, and namaste.